All right, so for this test, please make sure you have your Desmos calculator handy, because it's going to be probably the easiest way to get most of these done accurately is to always check using your Desmos whether you choose to use factoring or not. I do not suggest using factoring on this test because if you use factoring for every single problem, you may not finish the test. So the main method for this test is going to be using the graphing method. This one says, which statement about f of x equals 49x squared minus 28x plus 4 is true? We are happy. This is what I need you to know, especially because star is coming up. You should be happy that they've given you an equation, or they're giving you the function. So f of x equals, when they give you the function, please don't break up the function. Don't split it up in Desmos. Put the whole function in plus 4. Once you put that function in, it starts to ask you what's true or false. It says the only zero of f of x is negative 2 over 7. Well, let's look at what the zero actually, wait, do you know what a zero is? The zero is where, what? The graph crosses the what? You need to know this before you can know what it's talking about. Okay? So if you know where the zero is, then you can zoom in to see where is that zero. Notice it's giving me a decimal and it's a rounded decimal, which, well, I don't know. I know it's positive. So if the zero is positive, then you can eliminate. Which ones can we eliminate? This, wait, there's only one zero. It only touches once and it's positive. This one says there's two different ones. Okay, well, let's just check to see. Negative 2 over 7 if you need to. Negative 2 divided by 7. That looks very similar to that decimal number that they rounded, but is it negative? No, so we're not going to choose A. Let's try B, 2 over 7. That looks very similar to that number right here, and there's only one zero. It only touches once. These ones are saying there's two different zeros, so go ahead and circle your final answer for that one. I'm not going to circle it for you. Now this one's a little bit different when you're looking for the solution set. Remember, the solution set means that there's probably going to be more than one solution. Sometimes there's only one, like the last one. So this one, in order for me to get this in Desmos, notice it doesn't give me the function that I can put in all together. So this one I'm going to have to break it up into two different functions. On my first line, I'm going to put the first part of the function, which is just this f of x. And then on my second line, I'm going to put the other side of the function. Remember, this is your stop sign. The equal sign is your stop sign, which means you're going to type this, 5x to the power of 2, and then stop at the equals, and then start going on your next function, which is 3, 5x, no power of 2. Remember, like I tell my students, these two need to be different colors. Don't use black because your x and y axis is already black. So now I'm looking where the purple and the green meet. It looks like there's one answer where the purple and green meet right here. There should be, yep, that gray dot is 0. So remember, it could be written as 0, 0. That's my first solution. And I believe there's going to be another one way up somewhere. I can't really, my touch screen isn't working. But if I keep going, it is going to have another intersection point. Uh-oh, I hope this doesn't take me forever because I don't want my video to be that long. I don't want my video to be that long. This is where factoring can definitely come in handy. Oh, yeah, now I can move it. If you keep scrolling, 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 scrolling. Oh, my goodness, this is taking forever. Let me make my page bigger. If you scroll, sorry, keep scrolling. This is kind of annoying. But if you keep scrolling all the way up, you'll find your other gray dot. It's way up there. So sorry, you're going to have to find that gray dot yourself. And go ahead and, oh, we'll do it. 7. 245. Dang, you got to go way up to 245. Hope you caught that. All right. So the other one will be 7, 245. You can write it like this, but on your test, I believe the solution set, it wants just the x's. Remember, the solution set is only the x's. So we only want the x's. Please fill in that blank to get you some credit on your test review. All right, so now number 3. Remember at the beginning I told you that your Desmos calculator is going to be the most helpful to get these problems done. Sure, you could factor if you want to, but if you're going to factor, you better make sure it's equal to 0. But I'm not factoring. So here we go. We have it. Oh, look, we are happy. Remember in the beginning, I told you why we were happy. The area of a rectangle is represented by the equation. You're happy if you see an equation. Now remember, you're going to have to turn this equation into your two functions, f of x, or you could use y equals if your teacher told you y equals, plus 7x. And your equal sign is your stop sign. That means stop typing right there and move on to the next function. And then the other one just says 30. There's nothing extra, so don't add anything extra. It's just a plain old 30. And once again, we're looking for where it says where x is the length of the rectangle. What is the length of the rectangle in centimeters? So, where's my, let me go back home so I can see everything. And I'm looking for red and blue. Oh, red and blue, that was easier. So I'm going to click on both of the places where the red and blue meet so I can get my answer. However, what is the length? If you're measuring something, you're never going to get a negative answer, so please don't choose those. Find which one is the positive answer, okay? You're looking for the positive answer, circle it, and move on with your life, okay? Now, number 4, there's a little bit of a typo, because if it's asking what is the solution set, it should have been equal to something. So this should have been equal to 0. So let's go ahead and use the same strategy we used over here by typing in our two functions. F of x equals 8x to the power of 2 minus 12x. Don't forget, this is 12x. Remember, your equal sign is your stop sign. Now I'm going to keep typing. For my other function, I'm going to start typing. It's just a equals 0. And then if you zoom in, you will be able to see your solution set. The solution set means you're only caring about, only want the x's. So in your little brackets, there should be 2 x values. So click on them. You're going to notice, oh, one of the x values is 1.5. Do you see any 1.5s? No. So you're going to have to change your 1.5 to a fraction and see which one it should be. And when this plus or minus right here, this means the same thing as one of them is positive and the other one is negative, because I don't think you've seen that before. Okay. For number 5, it says, what is the negative 0 of this function? Please be very careful because it only cares about the negative 0. Remember what a 0 is. The 0 is the same thing as an x-intercept. So it's asking you which one is the negative answer. So go ahead and, sure, you can, if you want to. I know some people love using factoring. Yes, you can factor. And when you get your factors, remember, once you get each factor, you're going to have to set it equal to 0. And no, you don't need the parentheses. And then you're going to have to solve. However, like I said, I'm just doing the Desmos calculator. Finding the 0 is look on the x-axis. So type in your function. I'm not going to do the whole thing with you, so don't get too happy that I'm typing it in, because you're going to have to type it in so you can click on what are the, oh, not both of them. It only wants the negative answer, all right? So type your negative answer in. Would it be this one? Is this one the negative one? No. So do not put a 2 right here. Moving on. Oh, this is the front. That's it. That's the end of the video for the front. Thank you. Have a great day.